Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
I want to get back to our top story this morning, where detectives are out in full force digging up the remains of 3 babies.
All buried decades ago at Fern Hill Memorial Gardens in Stuart. They're trying to solve a cold case from the 80s.
News Channel 5's Tori Dunnan joins us live with more. Tori?
This is a very long process that the sheriff says could take all day because they have to be very meticulous. In fact, right now, forensics experts are in this cemetery and they are literally peeling back layers of grass and soil, looking for any type of color discoloration there. They say that's going to give them a sense of whether the bodies are in boxes or if they've deteriorated altogether. Now, there is a team of detectives out here with an archaeologist and 6 of her students from Florida Gulf Coast. Because there are no records of individual deaths, detectives are unclear how the babies were buried, whether they're in coffins or not, and this is absolutely key to this investigation.
You know, my optimism on whether or not we're able to find bones is really based solely on the burial technique that would have taken place back then. So if the body was in a styrofoam box or a wooden box and the box was sealed, we'll be in good shape.
So right now they're digging up 3 graves because those graves are older and were all just marked as unidentified infant. But detectives, of course, specifically looking for one that they named Baby Moses. Detectives tell us that he was found dead in the St. Lucie River 33 years ago. And at the time, they didn't really have the tools they needed to solve the case. But now they're going to use newer DNA technology to try to ID him and to find some more answers. Those remains, by the way, will be headed straight to the university, and then that will determine hopefully gender and any other leads. The bones, if they do exist, are going to head to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. I started out here about 7 o'clock this morning. The sheriff says if all goes well, they should be finished about 5 or 6 today. But one thing to point out, this is a sensitive process as well because it's in a cemetery, so they say they will break for any funeral services, things like that. We're live in Stuart. I'm Tori Dunnan, WPTV News Channel 5.